Greetings, fellow time travelers. I'm Andrew.
I'm B.
And this is SNAILSPACE. Welcome. This is what we're going to call episode number 8. The Cycle of Return. We were already calling it that when we wanted to do a much different video. And there's a lesson in that, kids. We've been trying to do a video for a while about our trip to Eugene. We're in Elkton tonight. It's 32 degrees. It's that witching hour between Monday and Tuesday. And we're in the van. That's the other reason why it's a very special episode of SNAILSPACE. First of all, did you like the intro? I liked it. I helped make it. I pretty much made it.
You made it.
I made it. And then we got a little logo. Yeah, right there too. That's the result of some of our time that we were in Eugene. Let's go through what happened there quickly if we can. We knew we were going to have to go, like we said in our last video, get the van repaired because anything in the console is not working. And so we've got a mechanic who said, hey, I'll need it for a couple days. And we said, okay. And so we picked a window and we went for those couple days. We were going to go for those couple days. And he needed it for longer to really try and, get to the heart of what the issue was. And knowing that we were going to go spend time in the big city, we treated it like a work retreat. We knew that things were going to be a little upside down to our normal life because for the past 6 months we've been living in a van. Mm-hmm. So, and for most of that we've been here in Elkton. And so we knew we needed to go to a different, completely foreign place. And part of that was really crunching on some homework that we've given ourselves. We have a few students now. We're creating a creative agency and a little bit of a foundation. Let's do this real quick because I can. Bam. Like we talked about in our last video, we've got some Ikigai. Shoes. Anyway. So yeah, we made these cool things. We knew that we were going to have this time. Hi, Nebo. And it ended up costing many more days than we needed, and ultimately nothing got done on the van.
But
the guy has a little bit of a labor shortage going on. The part is hard to source. There's going to need to be more money invested in all that. Luckily, he didn't charge us anything because he's such a stand-up guy. He's like, hey man, I kind of wasted your time. He knew that he forced us to spend more days in a hotel. And, we need to take time out to thank some of you guys because folks like Willadine, Nana Willadine, yep.
Thank you, Nana. Thank you, Sushi Amy. I'm sorry, Sushi Emily.
Sushi Emily.
And
Taco Fairy Amy.
Taco Fairy Amy.
You are our peeps.
Thank you for being our peeps.
And so, yeah, you had our backs in that time, and that's part of what you're helping us do. You literally bought us time in the city to not have to worry about our baby getting worked on. And so tonight, we're just any minute now. We should be asleep, but we're SNAILSPACE. So it's like I like to say, we're a bunch of night chickens. And so we stay up late, and I don't really sleep on the night before a big move anyway. So, yeah.
I can't.
And what do we mean by that? Well, we're moving away from Elkton tonight, and we're about to go make our trek up the Oregon coast. Just about 4 hours, but again, we don't know if our baby's going to make it. And the other weird, cool thing is our cousin Kimmy.
Kimmy!
What do you want to say about Kimmy?
We love Kimmy. She's not actually deaf. I just felt like doing ASL. But Kimmy is one of our fellow traveler friends, as well as being a dear cousin of mine. And so she's
really sympathetic to the nomad life.
Totally.
Yeah.
And she was like, hey, I'm thinking of coming up that way. I need to go. I need to get out. And we were like, awesome. Head this way. We can't wait to see you. So we can't wait to see you. And hopefully by this time tomorrow, we will have seen her.
Yeah,
so,
she's trying to see Crater Lake today. She's coming all the way from Arkansas and has come into Oregon now up through California. And tomorrow we're leaving out and we're going to go up into the Tillamook area. Yeah, and spend time with a good friend of ours there. And
friends. And
we
love that entire family.
Just be out of the big city some more. Thank goodness. So
Yeah.
yeah, Eugene was its own weird beast, and if you want to hear more about that, then yeah, we can speak to it.
Yeah, we've got a top 10.
So yeah, right. We got to meet a dog named Unconscious. I think I'm gonna
That's in the top 10.
That
yeah,
happened.
definitely.
That really
that
did happen. So
For more,
the
let
dog
us
was
know.
not unconscious, but
Nope.
was also unconscious. So
Yes.
yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Video number 8 is us talking to you in the van saying, hey, we're about to go up the coast.
Up the
about
coast.
4 hours.
And
Take our message there. It'll be well received.
totally. And we will just be enamored to be in some more, soaking in some more of the wonderful trees in this area, and really re-grounding ourselves.
Man, every night that my feet have hit every morning that my feet have hit the ground here in Elkton, I've been like, thank you, God.
Yeah.
Thank you for this day. Thank you, man. Elkton has been, I've said to the people who will listen, kind of like a vocational rehabilitation for me. I needed a place where I could get my thoughts together, get my mind and my body and everything recentered. And now I'm a stronger person for it. Look at that.
Yay!
Yeah, that's one of the things that happened while we were there. We decided to break the curse, the corona curse, because I had said that I wasn't going to shave my head, cut any of this until coronavirus was solved. That's why I was walking around looking like a crazy hobo on purpose. But we also had a 12-month anniversary, 12-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to, you can barely tell it, but Bree's hair is purple.
Purple.
My hair is gone. And, that all seems like vanities, but it makes us feel a lot better and better about ourselves, oddly enough.
Mm-hmm. So thank you to those who helped make that happen as well, ordering the shears and getting the
yeah, and that is a big deal because we needed a care package sent out into the bush. Luckily, the delivery trucks come by in this small town, and Tillamook's going to be a small town too. It will be an adventure to try and get things delivered there if we need them too. So tomorrow we're going to go up to Newport first as our first major stop. I don't have gauges in this baby. Hermes, our little ship here, no gauges. So I did the back of the napkin math, and I know that when we got gas and have gone to Eugene and back and forth, we have enough gas to get us to Reedsport, which is west of Elkton. We're going to go over there, get gas, fill all the way up, and I assume that we get 20 miles to the gallon on a 20-gallon tank. That's my math. And so I think that we can go 4 hours up the coast. Actually 2, because we're going to stop in Newport tomorrow. We might stay the night. We might just eat at Moe's and call it good. Yeah. So who knows? We're playing it by ear. Pray for us that the van starts tomorrow. We have our battery pack that we got, and in the moving around and going to the hotel, we lost the part that plugs it into the wall. So our proton pack says 50%. Yeah. We can jump the car a few more times. In the meantime, I have to write the manufacturer and say, hey, can you send me another plug? Because it's really hard to source. It's not a conventional, it's a proprietary thing. I found one that would go in it, but then it wigged out because it wasn't delivering enough power. It needs 15 volts on a little tiny sliver thing that plugs in, and it's just... So that was today's news. We roll the dice, and every time you crank it, it drops about 3%. So hopefully we'll just hook it up real good, and it'll crank, and we'll get going. And then we'll be off. Life's an adventure. So, like we say, forward in faith. So, what do you want to say?
Well, again, a big thank you to everyone who's reached out to us lately, asked after us. Thanks for that. Thanks for looking in and checking in on us mentally. I have been having some bumps as far as I haven't had my medicine for the last month. It's weird to try to source a doctor in this time, the times that we're in. And so I'm without my medicine, so I'm dealing with a lot of anxieties lately. But I'm also working on ways to better myself from that. So anything from reciting the colors in spectrum order, Roy G. Biv, spelling them, to just deep breathing and some meditations to really help anchor. And I've been saying this a lot, but ground myself, because it's been.
We thanked our friends earlier, and your friend Emily said that she wants us to do a video on breathing.
Yeah.
About grounding and all that. And I'm finally to a place where I can allow myself to be someone who speaks to such things and is a guide and is humble about it and doesn't feel weird. And why should I talk about that?
Yeah.
Some of the fun characters that we met in the city allowed me to speak to that. If you saw our post about speaking to other weirdos in the streets, we got to meet a cast of characters. And one guy came up to me at the end of it and he said, "Man, I didn't know that I needed to run into you today." I'm like, that is exactly how I talk. We got to meet a new person here today because this is the Red Lodge that we're outside of for one more night. And she shares the same dogma of we are particles just bumping into each other. If you think back to how you met anybody, it's weird. Isn't it weird and wonderful that we got to meet anybody? So thank you for being out there.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching us.
Thank you for bumping into us.
Thank you for supporting us. That's the last part. Like I've said in the past, we're building a foundation. What we're doing is unconventional. And we can't do it without the support of viewers like you. And I don't just mean watchers, but, there's been more than a few of you who have said that when the time is right, that you want to help. And the time's finally right. We got a logo. First thing we're going to do when our feet hit the ground in Tillamook is upload our mission and value statement, and also a blog post to deal with, how you write one of those. So it's all got to be very meta. It's one of the things that took us so long to make this video. So please, if you can, go ahead and, give something to either of these addresses. And let's also not forget, and I don't put it up here enough, we have a Gumroad. Gumroad.com/SNAILSPACE. It'll be down in the deets. That's another way that you can give. If you don't want to donate directly, go ahead and give to the Gumroad, and that's my favorite way for you to give, actually, because then you get some cool art.
Right.
I almost feel slimy asking the other way, but I'm getting better. So, let me send you some art, is what I want to say. Just most people would rather give the other way, so that's cool. So, the art there is all stuff that I made from conversations I've had with people like you. Our tagline so far is composed from conversation. And so, we want to send you cool art. We want to know where you live in relation to us so that we can send you actual physical art. And you can see the stamp and the weird note that I write you and whatever other goodies I put in there. Because, So, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We're about to pretend to sleep and then travel for a few hours. That's what van life is. So,
Yep.
What do we like to say at the end of these?
Breathe well.
Drink water.
Stay curious.
And understand love.